God, someone claiming to be God, put a flaming sword in front of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That is the influence. They're speaking about the influence of the first and second wisdom. The first wisdom recognizes the truth, and from that truth, many ideas and thoughts are born in possibilities and considerations and possible outcomes and methods of approach and producing in the moment and all that in thought of what it takes to complete the goal that's been you've been impacted by and want to achieve. So the first wisdom will grow that tree of knowledge. You see all those thoughts, right? That the root of truth grows into the tree of knowledge through the first wisdom. But the flaming sword is fearing that it's dark feminine. The sacred feminine is from the truth, the root of truth. The dark feminine is fear. So fear comes in and makes us afraid, and we doubt ourselves that we're unworthy or not good enough or incapable. And that's the main frame. We're incapable of pulling it off because of that and that and that and that. That's all the second wisdom. And that tree of death, as described by Jesus in the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's very descriptive, but leaves of death, that's always stuck with me. It made me think for a few years, and I finally got what the flaming sword is. It's exactly what I just said. Okay? The one who plays it, of course, the early people called him a god because he's flying in spaceships when nobody invented the fucking wheel yet. So everybody's going to be impressed by that. But we're not that anymore. And we can clearly recognize a physical form what is clearly described as God as being invisible, non-physical, and in a realm that is also non-physical and invisible, where the Godhead lives and directs its influencing of the first wisdom, giving us a rebirthing ability to take from the first truth and its wisdom of understanding through the emotional sense of self. We understand things, outcomes, those thoughts of happy joy and of succeeding in the goal and accomplishing the goal, all that inspirational stuff, and the aspirations born in form of a child as described in the Dead Sea Scrolls, but we call them ideas and aspirations. And we better start looking at that as children born. So we do not pedophile the children born in somebody else's heart through the ways of everything I've been describing about this flaming sword motherfucker. Not too long ago, the hearts of most people was filled with God and the knowing of God and wanting to do good and knowing to do good and being in a relationship with that type of spirit inside them. They kept a bond of trust with the invisible spirit called God, which is keeping the trust of their own empathy and what they themselves needed spiritually and emotionally, like you. But most people, you know what, that's disappeared, even in Canada. Like, it disappeared from the States. How many? Anyway, it disappeared in Canada. I don't see it anymore. I see it in the old timers who are about to die off, and now there's a generation without that in its heart. And I think that's why the interception's here, because look how far it's gone. It's gotten to the point now where you're giving 5-year-olds a candy store variety of sexualities they can adapt to. Like, fuck, man. Only, obviously it's gone too far, right? What was my point? When I see him, I'm going to kick him in the balls. Not the originating guy, because him and his crew, him and his species, they evolved. They're not interfering anymore. It's the lizard motherfuckers that I want to kick in the nuts. Okay, thanks, bye.